Hey, and welcome to this month's episode of Ask Me Anything, where Cindy contacted me and she's having horrific night sweats, and she's having them in the day as well, that they're soaking the bed sheets and it's stopping her sleeping. And this almost kind of feels like it's sending her mad. So she really wants help with calming the body, the hot sweats, waking her up, and hot flushes, night sweats, the disrupted sleep, but it's also happening through the day. She also told me that she has Hashimoto'S and has had breast cancer. So from a Chinese medicine point of view, where I would begin with that is really nourishing the kidneys. The kidneys are the water element of the body, and they hold and contain jing, which is our essential energy. They are the roots of the body. And so if you are feeling like you are really exhausted or fatigued, this is the place to start. So even before you improve your immune system, even before you start moving the liver, the kidney energy is the place to start. If you have been wiped out, maybe you've had chemotherapy, or you've got Hashimoto's like Cindy has. Kidney energy. This kidney energy is linked to the water element, and the water element will help to balance the fire, because what it sounds like here is that there's this overwhelming rush of fire energy which comes up the body and ends up making it very hot. These hot flashes rising upwards. So actually we need to descend the chi with this water element. If you think about water, it always finds its lowest level. It will always want to go back to sea level, and there's no stopping it. It will cut through rocks. It will drip very gently but very strongly through anything you put before it. It's actually the strongest and most formidable of the elements. If you think about tsunamis, there's just no stopping it. So what we want to do is really encourage this kidney energy, this water energy, to flow back down. If you think about where are the kidneys, they're at the back, they're low down in the body, and they're linked to the bladder, the lowest organ in the body. So kidney and bladder, water element. So to calm the hot flushes, balance the water and fire, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by sharing some food. So some great food for that would be this kind of salty flavored food that benefits the kidneys. Now you have to find your balance. So don't go out now and eat a whole bowl of salted popcorn. I'm not talking about that. Seaweeds would normally be great, but for Hashimoto's, I wouldn't really be recommending them because of the iodine level. So if you have a problem with your thyroid, you don't want to be going towards seaweed. But if you don't have a problem with your thyroid, this is the place to start. Start including more seaweeds into your diet. They are so great for the kidney, the bladder, the essence of the body. And remember, the kidney and the bladder controls your reproductive system, your hormonal system, your bones, your skeleton, your brain, and your central nervous system, running either side the spine, right up to the brain. So having these seaweeds are very good for any brain disorders, any neurological disorders, and they're brilliant if you're going through menopause. I have little seaweed sprinkles I put on my eggs every day. But Cindy, we're talking to you. You got Hashimoto's. You don't want to be having the seaweed. So the place to start for you would be bone broth. Take some bones from a butcher that you know has grown and killed the animal really with dignity and not with stress. So I have a local butcher. I know that he rears, kills and stores his own animals, and I use that bone. And you want a good big thigh bone, and you put it on and make your bone broth. You want to be cooking your bone broth for at least 12 hours. What this does is this provides us with very bioavailable amino acids, the complete complex amino acids, to help the body build the full proteins. You can also take beans and rice together. This is also a vegetarian option. Beans and rice put together. Again, if you can't manage beans, you want to cook those with a little bit of seaweed. That will help to break down the beans before eating them. So vegetarian version, have the beans and the rice together, making a complete protein, really bioavailable proteins for the body, or bone broth. These are the things I recommend. And the other thing I would really recommend to you for helping with boosting this kidney energy is to make sure that your gut flora is in balance. So miso. Miso is a paste that's made of fermented either soybeans, brown rice or barley. And they're fermented, and it makes a salted fermented paste. And you can add bone broth to that and make a lovely copper soup, or you can add vegetable stock or even just hot water. And you want to be taking that at least every day to help with that gut microbiome and really balancing the gut. That's a really great place to start. And because that miso is fermented, means it has a salty flavor. And miso was one of those things that really turned me on to the energy of food. As soon as I had that cup of miso soup, I was given 30 years ago now in my shiatsu training, I drank it down and I could feel the nourishment of my kidneys. I could feel my kidneys relaxing, my bladder relaxing, but also tonifying and strengthening. It's not like your bladder's going to relax and you're just going to wet yourself on the floor. But the problems start when we've got too much tension in the body. The kidneys can become really tense with a lot of fear. The same with the bladder. What happens when we're in fear? Actually, the bladder loses its control if it's really terrified. And then you will find that you don't have a lot of control and you suffer with incontinence. So actually, you need to bring more relaxation to the body to know that you are not going to suffer with incontinence. It's that balance. When you are in fight or flight mechanism pushed forwards by your kidneys are triggered and you're in fight or flight, that's when you can suffer with incontinence. The sexual organs stop working, your heart's beating too fast. So we need to really relax the kidneys, take a breath, and literally chill out. Because what you're talking to me about, Cindy, is you're talking about hot flushes. So you need to chill out with the kidney and bladder energy. So let's move from from food into points. Some of them that I really like kidney 27. So kidney 27 is find the knobbly bits of the collarbone and just fall off, and you'll find kind of like a little divot, a little hole here. Okay, this is kidney 27, and this is really good for balancing that heart fire energy. You can take all your fingers and you can massage in between the ribs. You're going in the intercostal spaces either side of the sternum. This is the kidney meridian, and it's really going to help to calm that heart fire that gives you those hot, overwhelming flushes. You can tap, you can massage, you can press. You might find that some of these points are quite painful. I love this one, ancestral mound, because your kidneys are also the seat of your ancestors. They contain your DNA. Come back up, kidney 27. Breathe and see if you can really feel the kidneys grasping the breath. Take a few breaths as you press here and really feel the kidneys take a breath. It's not only the lungs that are expanding, you're really breathing deep, deep down, right down into the kidneys at the back. See if you can rub your kidneys, take a breath. Imagine your kidneys being filled full of a blue-black energy. And exhale. You can squeeze your belly button back to the spine. Inhaling, expanding, filling the kidneys full of a blue-black energy. Exhale. Inhale. So really feel that strengthening the kidneys. You can come back, tap, massage and press. And let's do a little bit more rubbing. Let's sweep them down. Let's sweep that kidney energy right down to the lower dantian, which is just below the belly button. Rub the kidneys, sweep around, lower belly. Rub the kidneys, inhale, exhale, feel peace and relaxation. When you can stop driving yourself, beating yourself, pushing yourself, just see if you can align with that sense of that all is well. All is well. You can do that by rubbing the kidneys, relaxing the kidneys, sweeping them over, down to the lower belly. I hope that this strengthening of the kidneys really helps to calm that heart fire for you, so that you can live a life full of joy, ease and peace. Let me know if you've got any questions, because remember that you can ask me anything. If you like what you hear, you know what you have to do. You click the button to subscribe, and if you do, you will receive by email as soon as the episode drops. As soon as I answer a question to anyone, you'll receive it. So do subscribe, and I'll see you in the Chi Flow.